5 nights down, baby. How good? How good? We actually didn't have time to, well, we did have time to film before our 5th night shift, but we didn't because, I don't know, we couldn't be bothered. There's not a better way to put it, other than we could not be bothered. We just lounged about and enjoyed our time off, doing very, very little in the lead up to this 5th night shift. Just treating ourselves, to be honest. Reflection, night shift just passed. Pretty good. Pretty good. The worst thing about this night shift was when I walked out the door, I Googled how long does it take to get home, and it said an hour, because obviously we're going to peak hour traffic. So in that moment, I thought, well, what to do? Well, I got to get my car filled up because I don't have any effing fuel. So I've got to do that, which I'm pulling into a little 7-Eleven now. And I thought I might stop on the way to get some Mackie D's, translation McDonald's. So Crocs Play Center. Wow, I thought that was the Crocs. I thought I was just gonna, go in and get some Crocs, some new Crocs. Let's fill up this car with petrol, go get some McDonald's, and then let's just debrief about how the night's been over these past few nights. 5 nights down, 2 nights to go. I'm ready to get back into days, I'll be honest. Petrol time. Nice. So, car is full. Got ourselves a little chicken, lettuce and avo, because thought we'd just treat ourselves. And I'm hungry. And I know if I start driving, I'm just going to fall asleep. I don't really want to have coffee in the morning after a night shift. I want to go home and sleep. Probably will still overcome the coffee and, just fall straight asleep. But I don't want to just keep having coffee for the sake of having coffee. Let's just recalibrate. It's still going to take us 55 minutes to drive home. Why? That's too long in my opinion. I'd much rather chill. All right, let's go to a Macca's and just chill there. Let's do that. All right, Macca's it is. Last night we had, how many admissions? Essentially had 5 referrals. There was 2 people who actually ended up coming into hospital. 1 person who was a consult. 1 person discharged against medical advice. And 1 person we reviewed and sent home and booked them for an outpatient follow-up. So it was okay. The last 2 nights have been super kind to me, I'll be honest. The night before that was absolutely chockers, but I think, that's just the weekend stuff. The weekends, stuff builds up. It's just a lot of stuff from the week that didn't get done, ran out of time for, and essentially just puts a lot of pressure on the weekend guys to sort out. So if, you're trying to mop up the mess from the week just gone, there's cases that are still pending that haven't been done, or there's sick people who come in and there's just less people who have a chance to work and sort everything out. You just end up getting busy, and if work doesn't get done during the course of the day, that's it. You have to do it over the night. So where's this Macca's? There it is. I was like, there's a sign but no building. Am I going to make this light? I guess so. Can't turn there. Where can we turn? Here maybe. Alright, let's try this. Maybe do a little U-E here. Very odd spot for a Macca's. Cool. Yeah, it's just, there's Macca's and there's a Porto. Huh. Not often you see an Porto drive-through. There you go.
Good morning. Are you using your Macca's app today?
Nah.
No? What would you like?
Thanks. Jeez, I almost lost my arm trying to tap. That machine's making some gross sounds. I don't know if you guys can hear that. Past few nights, they've been alright. Last night and the night before, okay. I'm feeling pretty tired. I'll be honest, I feel like I'm not getting enough sleep. Like, probably averaging 6.5 hours of sleep a night. Thanks very much. Cheers. Perfect. Thanks very much. Yeah, 6.5 hours of sleep per night. God damn, that chai latte is so nice. We don't have any food overnight. Unless you bring food to the hospital, there's nothing. You survive on instant coffee and whatever food that you brought in for the night. I think, what did I have for dinner? Oh, I had some like tuna pasta that I heated up, which was okay, but I pulled the trigger on that way too early. Like, I think I had that at like 9:30, 10 for the rest of the night. Zilch. Yeah, the consultant on overnight was pretty good, pretty relaxed. I don't think I even spoke to them, to be honest. I messaged them and we just communicated via text. Sometimes people are just happy with that and they don't want to be called. And if there's nothing for you to call them about, unless they want a full rundown of the patients, then you can do that. You can just text them. The other team, the urology team, didn't have anything overnight, so I just said at the start of the night, hey, I'm on. And then I said in the morning, hey, nothing came in. And then that's it. That's all you have to do. And that's the thing. Like, I think when you're, starting out, or I don't know, like, I think all the time, as long as you're training, always keep people in the loop about what's happening, what's going on. So I like at the start of the night, just giving people a bit of a rundown. Hey, just say hi, I'm on for tonight. I'm Harry, by the way, blah, blah, blah. If you want to say your position or, how senior or how junior you are or whatever, then go right ahead. And it gets, easier as you go along. I think there are probably almost 12, 13 different consultants at this hospital that I'm at. And there are some that I haven't never met before. Like the one that just happened, the night just passed, have never met. Tonight, when I come back, I haven't met that one before. And the one after, my final night of 7, I actually have met. So that'll be fine. But yeah, we'll see how we go. This bacon sucks. It's just like the thinnest piece of bacon. You can see my eye through it. They hit with the chai latte, egg and bacon not so much. I'm still very confused with the location of this Macca's. It's like in the middle of the suburbs. Very odd. Very, very confusing. One thing I actually did last night that was pretty good compared to, other nights is it was a bit more quiet on the ward. So I got the resi who I was on with. It's just me and them, It's just two of us tackling the world together, solving everyone's problems. And it's good fun. But I got the resi to come along and do some admissions with me. And I think that's like the most helpful thing, I guess, as a junior doctor, especially as a resident or as an intern, getting to see the patient at their first encounter with the health system, so pivotal. Like, you actually get to see how another doctor, more senior doctor than you, works people up. Interestingly enough, this doctor is actually way more senior than me, but because, come across from a different country and are now working with us, they're like working as a resident, and I'm a third year doctor, and they're already qualified as a consultant in another country, but now they're my junior. Makes no sense whatsoever. Anyways, the system is very interesting when it comes to that. And there's a lot of different perspectives that people have. I actually feel like more supported having someone like that on who is technically my junior, but actually I don't have any problems with. Like, it's like they were teaching me stuff, We're going through like different things at the start of the shift. Oh, a couple of resis. And one of the other resis was on just at the start of the shift, and we were going through hand tying together. I was teaching them how to hand tie. It was good fun. It was good vibes last shift. Apparently there was like some Indian celebration that happens. It's like the Festival of Colour, I think it is. It's called Holi. And they brought in some like Indian sweets that's like this cashew and milk based something. It was amazing, like really, really good. So devoured that at the start of the shift whilst I was nestling into this like little massage chair that we have. I don't know, I hadn't started using it up until this point, and this massage chair in our like little common room, absolute game changer. Like, I enter like a new state of relaxation. It's honestly like the most therapeutic thing ever, and I think all places should have one of these massage chairs. Like, the best thing is you can just press a button and it's timed. Like, it's 15 minutes of timed relaxation to essentially zone out, think about something else, or think about nothing, to be honest. That's probably the best thing. And it's not like, oh, you can have a lunch break but you're still holding your phone, or you can have a lunch break but you're still in front of a computer doing work or checking up on patients. No, you're in this chair, you're like, your arms like get like put in the sides and they can compress and massage your arms as well. It's a nice way to just completely zone out and relax. It was a good shift, yeah. That's a summary. All right, it's unfortunate, but I think 50 minutes is the quickest that we're gonna get to get home. I don't want to stay in traffic, you know. I need to get out of here. I need to get home and I need to go to sleep. And the only way I'm gonna go to sleep is if I drive home. I wish I could just teleport. Oh, am I going the wrong way? Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through this drive together, okay? Tell you what, I've been talking to a lot of international doctors who work at the current hospital that I'm at. And some of them are actually fully qualified professionals in their home country. Like, they might have been, you know, full-on surgeons or consultants in their own country, and coming across here they have to go through the ringer a little bit, do these really hard exams. One of them is called the AMC exam, part 1 and part 2, and part 2 is notoriously known for being a very difficult exam to pass. I think the pass rate for it is in the range of like 30% or something, like something crazy, and it costs a lot of money. The thing is, you know, and here's the interesting thing about this AMC exam, is that the AMC exam, people have to do it when they come into the country, like international graduates that aren't from the UK or the US, I think. I can't remember if there's any other countries that are exempt from doing the AMC, but oh my gosh. I actually thought I was going to crash there. I thought that car was going to drive straight into me. That was scary. Like, I wonder what it must feel like to go through all your training, go through medical school, go through like actually practicing as a specialist in your country, in your field, and then coming across to a different country and then literally getting almost demoted, or like literally getting demoted to a very junior level, knowing that you can do all these other things. Like, there was a person who used to be a breast surgeon who I'm working with, and they're my resident. There's a person who's a plastic surgeon who I work with, and they're my resident. And they are like already done all this training, and I'm like in my 3rd year as a doctor in a position that's more senior than them. And I'm like, what? Like, how does this like work? And they are like super intelligent and understand so much. Sure, English second language, and I get that there's like criteria and stuff that you need to fill in order to make sure that it's safe to practice and everything, but I can't help but feel like they get put through the ringer a little bit, and I feel like it's very tricky to come across from a different country to Australia to work as a doctor. I was talking to one of my fellows ages ago about this, and they were saying that probably if they had their time again, they might not have gone through all of it, because it's been very tricky and challenging to transfer their skills across. This one fellow that I'm referencing was a fully qualified surgeon and a transplant surgeon as well over in their country, and then they had to come over here and practice as like essentially a registrar for a while, for eventually passing their fellowship exams
and then now being able to be called a consultant. Yeah, it's an interesting one. The other thing is, like, I don't know if you guys know, but they have this like 10-year rule for like private practice. So if you're in the IMG coming across, you actually can't do anything for private practice. You can't even like set up private practice for a period of 10 years. There's like a 10-year exemption rule from doing so. 43 minutes. Wow, we found a new route. Nice. Google Maps. Here we are thinking we would have had 50 something minutes. Bang, Google Maps goes, I'll get you there in 43, my guy. 42. Wow. Yeah, it's an interesting one. I'm trying to set up this thing where I interview people who have come across and look at their journey and how it's been and everything like that. So yeah, hopefully that gets set up soon and we can start like, spreading the message and, actually sharing what people's journeys have actually been like, and so that other people coming across can learn more, understand more, have more information, and literally just be more informed about the whole process in general. I think it's a super important thing. A lot of people, especially in the medical system, I don't know what it is, but maybe it's like most other industries, I'm not sure, but I feel like in the health sector, from my experience, that's all I can talk about, there's a lot of stuff that you have to just do in order to understand, and you can't like learn about it or like read about it. You actually just have to experience it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to fill in the gaps so that we don't have as much like missing spots of information, and people can actually understand what it is they're even doing and what they're planning on doing. Because to navigate the healthcare system is tricky, to say the least, especially in from being another country, let alone being from the country itself, like having grown up in this health system and having some vague idea about how it actually works. There's still quite a lot that I have no idea about, and it's kind of frustrating. It's kind of frustrating that it's so complex, so convoluted. Like, why does it have to be like this? So 39 minutes, this is juicy. Hopefully I'll make it home in time, because I'm about to crash and I need some sleep really, really, really quickly. I think as well, you haven't done night shifts or you're about to start doing night shifts, really look forward to it and embrace it, even though it is annoying. And I don't know, maybe your body clock is way better than mine, but I find that the night, like the morning after the night shift, right now is the biggest killer. It's also like very annoying during the day. Like all you do is just like sleep and relax and, essentially build up the energy to go to these shifts. It's so like exhausting to try to get up and about for them. Maybe it would be better if the hospital wasn't like this far away. I would have actually had like an extra like hour or so to rest and recuperate. But yeah, I just find them annoying because you don't do anything except for work, and I'm very much a person who likes to do work for sure, but I want to focus on other things and do other hobbies and everything like that. Like there's so many things I want to do. If I add up all the time that I had from like work, driving, like commuting and sleeping, there's like 3 hours, maybe 3 or 4 hours maybe in a day that I have left, and it's not very much at all. So I mean, I'm just trying to keep my eyes open now. I am so tired. My eyes are red. This honestly means I've stayed up way too long and that I need proper sleep. Like, I think we need to sleep this whole time. We can't be doing any 6 hours again. We need like an 8-hour-y. So if we get home at 9:30, what's that? 8 hours. 9:30, 3 till 12:30 till 5:30. That's 8 hours. I think that would be superb. People don't always think as well about, all the requirements for the actual admission note overnight, and it's kind of interesting. Like you really have to think hard about who you admit and who you don't admit, or who is a consult versus, you know, who needs to come under your bed card. I think people get very worried about which decision they have to make. And I mean, in short, the only way you can get better at it is experience and seeing what other people have done and like learning and listening to as many people as you can. Getting a better idea about what the criteria is, and there's some things that are like slam dunks, like, you know, I think a gallstone pancreatitis or a cholecystitis, very much a slam dunk for like an admission for like a general surgery type ward. So something different, you might have to actually consult on them rather than actually admit them per se. Overnight, you don't have really anyone to bounce off ideas, especially if you're like the only registrar on at night. Then you're literally just making these decisions by yourself. You might have a resident to bounce off, or potentially someone else in the hospital who you know and familiar with, but my eyes are red as. They're gone. They're gone. I actually have no idea what I was saying. Alright, I need some fresh air to stop doing this talk. Catch ya.